Practice 10.3, Solving and Graphing Inequations, Part 2, where the explanation speed is fast. In A, we have x divided by -6 is greater than or equal to 3. Well, what I need to do to isolate x is to multiply both sides by -6. So -6 times that on the left, and also -6 times that on the right. So -6 times x divided by 6 is just x. That was the whole point of it. But notice that I have multiplied by a negative number, and so I must flip the sign. Let's do that when I'm finished. 3 times -6 is -18, and for my own benefit, as much as for explaining it, I like to write flip right in there. Why? Because I multiplied by a negative number. So the greater than or equal to sign becomes a less than or equal to sign, and that is that. The graph is quite straightforward. 0, somewhere, let's just call that -18. I can do that. I can set the scale anywhere I want. So it's equal to as well as less than, so I fill that bubble in and set that to head towards -infinity. Done. B, 3x minus 1 is less than 4x minus 2. With a regular equation, as with an inequation, I would begin by adding 1 to both sides. Since this is the faster explanation, I am going to do 2 steps in one. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides while I have my pen out. Here, I'm going to work through this. Now, just be aware, I have not multiplied or divided here by a negative number. This -4x, this is being added to it. It doesn't cause a flip because there's no multiplying. 3x minus 4x is -1x or -x plus 0 is less than, this is 0, -2 minus 1, no, -2 plus 1 is -1. Okay, I don't want -x, I want positive x. So what I'm going to do is divide by -1. Or you could multiply by -1, it's all the same. Because -x divided by -1 is just like -1 divided by -1 times x. It's x. Oh, I divided by a negative number. You have to remember to do the flip. -1 divided by -1 is +1. I must do the flip so that the less than becomes a greater than. And this is my answer. On the graph, it's simply marking a 0 and a 1, put an open circle on the 1, and have it race off to +infinity with an arrow point at the end. That's it. I hope that worked for you. Thanks a lot.